Good morning, everyone. Buck here, presenting you with 7 minutes of failure. We start with a little Kerbal pretending that he can get in the capsule without being teleported in. Like a little dork he is. Now that we have the crew seated with Joe Wig as the commander, we can start. Now, this isn't a crash video, as the crew does survive due to my having the presence of mind to set up a proper launch abort. I just thought it was an interesting video to practice post-event narration. As you can see, I like to limit my view to IVA or fixed hull cameras where I can get good gameplay and visuals. Due to limitations the game has with assigning action groups and occasional troublesome moments, I have to switch to an outside view or third-person view to activate subsystems or troubleshoot my spacecraft. Right here I'm prepping for launch, starting with releasing the launch gangway and adjusting my stage sequence. I then set my throttle to full and lock SAS and ignite my Block A engines. Liftoff was pretty normal. It's pretty much just me checking gauges and wishing I had a more modernized crew compartment with better monitors and better gauges. Thanks to previous launches with the N1L4 system, I now know to start my gravity turn after 5 kilometers instead of 10. This flattens out my trajectory so that I can save time in Delta V circularizing my orbit, though that didn't happen for this launch due to the upcoming abort. Right about here at 12 kilometers, I noticed that I lost good guidance control and the stack is starting to spin out of control. I make the decision to start the abort sequence, beginning with cutting my throttle and jettisoning the fairings for the payload, immediately followed by crew compartment separation and ignition of the launch escape rockets. Once my crew compartment was clear, I jettisoned the escape rockets and heat shield, then deploy the parachute, which happens right about here. Well, yeah. Right here, you get a nice view of the entire stack itself of the N1 rocket system. It's just floating there on the ground. All three primary blocks are still attached, and the payload blocks as well. From this point on, it's pretty boring waiting for the crew compartment to make splashdown and be recovered. You probably noticed that I can still capture video from the cameras attached to the discarded rocket stack, which I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I guess they would still be transmitting. There's no reason to think they wouldn't. I think it would be nice to be able to capture footage from each individual camera and save it to my hard drives. I think that would be grand because I could play normally, but I'd still be able to get the footage like I was playing from IVA and camera only views, and then I could spice it together and make really nice YouTube videos. At least insofar as the quality I'm personally able to produce. From later unmanned test launches, I found the cause for the guidance failure was due to the payload not being properly secured, allowing it to oscillate inside the fairings, and it in turn threw the stack off balance when I began my gravity turn. It's a teaching moment that I'll probably forget in the future. Well, that's pretty much everything I want to say about this launch. I'm Buck, and thank you for watching.